All right, so the camera quality in my videos is getting a little better, but the crypto markets are not. So let's take a look at crypto because, wow, over this weekend we puked. And we puked down to the levels I was talking about in the previous videos. Not to say, oh, I called the bottom here, I called this level hitting. Anybody can fucking do that. But it happened. We're at these levels now. So let's take a look at crypto, where we're at right now. Bitcoin is 41,000 and it dipped as low as 39. I said it would go between like 38 and, what did I say? 38 and 40. It's actually on my charts. We could pull that up real quick. But is this the bottom? We don't know. If I was just going to sit here and tell you this was the bottom, I would be putting my life savings into it. But nobody knows where the fucking bottom is. But we are seeing a little bit of a bounce here. And these are like the ugly drawings I made on the last video. So don't mind these squiggly lines. But what we talked about last time was where the support level we were at. That's why this thing is circled right here. So when I made our last video, we were at like 42,000. And I was like, hey, if we don't hold here, we're probably going to go down to 38,000. And usually when you say something like that, it doesn't actually hit your level to the T. It like stops right before it. So in this case, 39,000. I would have said, hey, that's probably going to be the bottom. And it looks like it is so far. But obviously this market could just keep, puking its guts out like that. But if we do take out 39,000, next area of interest would be around here, which is about 28 to 30,000. That would be like maximum buy the dip levels. But a lot of people are worried, like comparing this dip to like 2017's dip when we had like a 3-year long bear market. I don't think that's what's going on here because back in 2017, people still didn't know what the hell a Bitcoin was or cryptos or NFTs or any of this stuff that's actually doing things in 2022, like now. It was a whole different market in 2017. So there wasn't the amount of eyeballs, wasn't the amount of projects doing real things in 2017. It was still more of a risk at that point. Right now, it's pretty much getting adopted by the masses. So people are open to crypto now, whereas in 2017, they really weren't. So I don't think we're going to go into like a 3-year bear market again. It's possible. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And those are the reasons why, because there's all these institutions now that own Bitcoin and cryptos. Especially now they're getting into altcoins too, not even just Bitcoin. Institutions are investing in other crypto projects because they know Bitcoin isn't really doing nothing. It's just, the first and the biggest, and it pretty much rules the market. So whatever. People are still going to invest in Bitcoin forever, I think. But most of the money's already been made. So I would say the altcoins are where you want to be at this point in time. Because for you to double your money in Bitcoin, it's got to go to 80,000. What's the odds that's going to happen this year? Might, but you're only going to double your money. If you're holding just Bitcoin in the next bull run when Bitcoin goes to like 80,000, 100,000-ish, and you only double your money in that time, that's going to suck. So if you buy these altcoins that are going to go up along with Bitcoin, well, these are much smaller market cap coins, and they have the chances to 10 or 100x your investment. Whereas Bitcoin, you're really looking at like a double, best case scenario, like a triple, which isn't really going to change your life. All right, you find these good small cap coins that are doing real things. Maybe they're in the gaming space, maybe they're decentralized finance, whatever it is. There's a lot of these small market cap coins that you could find, and if they actually pull through with what they're saying they're going to do, you'll do well with those investments. With Bitcoin, it's really, you're only going to double your money. Bitcoin doesn't really do anything. It's just like a store of value, like digital gold. But, it still has its value. There's only going to be 21 million, so of course everyone wants to own at least one. But I think the value is in the altcoins. But are we going to crash? I don't know. Right now, we're sitting at support. It's getting a little iffy. If we don't find a nice bounce from here, well, we're probably going to take out that 39,000 level, maybe go down to test that. But I think, you know, this dip right here seems like it's holding up. So you could see that the selling has actually stopped being as aggressive. So we could see these big red bars not really happening here at this point in time. So the selling definitely slowed down. The liquidations are getting smaller and smaller. So if you go on coinglass.com, that's where I like to look at the liquidation data. So we can see in the last 24 hours, actually there is a lot of liquidations in the last 24 hours, 330 million. So this is people with these over leveraged positions selling, right? So those are the people that are selling, the ones that are using leverage, a lot of leverage and risking too much money. When the price goes down just a little bit, they get liquidated, and it causes this trigger of other people getting liquidated and a whole bunch of stop losses getting triggered. So you get these dips, all right, and these dips. But it seems like it's slowing down a little bit, so that's a good sign. And yeah, if you look at the on-chain data, there's really, you know, nobody selling significant amounts besides these people getting leveraged out of the market, forced liquidations. So I'm still bullish here. I think 2022 is the year Bitcoin hits like 75, 80,000. Everyone says 100,000. Maybe it'll go to 100,000. That would be great. But I'm more focused on the altcoins that are going to run up with Bitcoin. So if you look on the right, this is my watch list over here. And I'll give you a couple altcoins that I'll be looking to buy. These are ones that I don't have yet, but I'll definitely be looking at them. So PYR is a good one. Vulcan Forged, $13 right now. And we can see all-time highs is about a triple from here. So all-time highs is $45. Right now the price is $13. So this is a good dip buy opportunity. The reason why the price is so low right now is because their platform got hacked, okay? Their platform got hacked and a lot of money was taken, so they had to readjust, and obviously that hurt the price a little bit. But they got things figured out. I think this one will recover once we get back up and running. This one is going to do well. Another one, I mean, like Sandbox I sold. So right now we're looking at like gaming metaverse coins. Sandbox I sold on this run up. So I initially bought it at 70 cents, which was right here. It was there for a while. Like you could have really just bought this over the last towards like the middle to end of 2021. You could have bought it at any point in time and just waited. And then we got a crazy run up with all the metaverse, all the Sandbox sales. It was like a freaking frenzy. Everyone was just buying up Sandbox. But I was selling it around, like, my first time I sold it was like $5, and then along the way up, averaged out of the market. And now my exposure to Sandbox is a lot less than it was because I like to sell the pumps, right? I don't buy on the pumps. I sell the pumps. That's how you make money in crypto. You sell the pumps. You don't buy on them. Okay? So don't FOMO into the market. Don't follow the sheep. You want to be ahead of the sheep and sell when the sheep start buying. That's how you make money with crypto. But Sandbox, I don't think it's at a good buy point. Like I said, I was buying at 70 cents, and it hit highs around $9 almost. So it is like a 50% correction off of its highs, but I think it's still a little too expensive. I'm not adding to my position. I still hold some Sandbox. But yeah, that's Sand. Ethereum, I still have a big bag in Ethereum. These levels right here look great. I mean, Ethereum is probably going to hit 10,000 one day, maybe this year. So I like holding my Ethereum. Obviously, it's getting a lot more volume and traction with this NFT stuff. So I think Ethereum is going to be good. The price is getting hurt a little bit because they're not really working on Ethereum 2.0, which is the next update. So I don't know. I think it's still going to do well, regardless, without the update. Obviously, gas fees are fucking expensive, so that hurts Ethereum. But, you know, it's actually should be bigger than Bitcoin because it's doing things. And there's all these platforms being built on the Ethereum blockchain. So I think it should be bigger than Bitcoin. One day we will see Ethereum flip Bitcoin in market cap. When that happens, it'll be crazy. And yeah. So I'm holding Ethereum still. PYR, which we just went over, that's one I'm going to look to get into. Probably over the next couple days because it's at a good price right now. PYR. So yeah, if you take a look at all time, it's at a very good price, off heavily from those highs. And I do think it'll get back to those highs. So I'm definitely going to be throwing some into this. And stay updated on my Instagram at RealJPelly to stay updated. I'll post in there when I buy it. Or you can check out the courses down below and get into the Discord after you buy the course. Pretty much teaches you exactly what I'm doing, how to read these charts and know when to get in, when to get out. Check that down below. There's like a 50% off sale going on. But yeah, and then obviously one of my other favorite coins, Lossless. This one did pretty well. Again, it pumped up like crazy, and that's when I was selling a bunch. So now is actually a good time, I think, to get into Lossless. Anything under 75 cents, I've been telling people in my Discord. I initially got in like, I forget if it was 20 cents or 30 cents. But that thing went up to friggin' $2.50 almost, and sold a bunch of that when it pumped. On the way up is when you should be selling, not on the way down. All right? Because what goes up is eventually going to come down, and you could buy back in. So you got to take profits along the way up, so you could keep those profits. And yeah, Lossless is a good one. PYR, and then I think I told you about this one already. Cypher. Cypher is going to be a good one as well. Game launches second half of 2022 or maybe quarter 2 of this year is when they have their first demo, playable demo. But this one's been sitting, which is strong. With the market crashing and Cypher actually holding up is very impressive. Very good sign for the coin. That means it's a strong coin. It's not taking a shit like all the other ones are. And that is very good, especially for something that just hit the market. You would think this thing would absolutely collapse, but it's not. So that means the holders are strong and they believe in this project, and they're not just dumping it on your faces. So I like Cypher. Look into these projects. Don't just buy them blindly and say, oh, fucking this coin dipped a little bit, Jay. What are you telling me to buy? This shit sucks. No, do your own research. And know that I'm in this for long term. I'm not going to just make a bag and sell it on you once it pumps the first day. No, I'm in these projects for long term. Yeah, I sell a little bit along the way when they pump, but these are my long term investments, cryptocurrencies. All right, and these are not shit coins that I buy. So you're good. You're able to hold these for a long time. They're only going to get better because the market is still freaking early. All right. So those are the coins that I'm really looking to buy. Nothing really new, to be honest. But yeah, those are what I'm looking to get into. Those are my thoughts on Bitcoin. Right now, the support looks pretty solid here. So I do expect a little bounce. So yeah, you could be happy today. But that's really all I got for you. Couple coins I'm looking at. Thoughts on the market. Yeah, just pretty much doing a whole lot of nothing. Just watching the market, letting it do what it wants to do. If it crashes, it crashes. We're going to have another time to buy a lot more if it crashes. And that'll make it easier for us to make 10, 20, 100-fold on our money if we do get even more of a crash. Like this right here is a blessing. We're going to make more money because the market came down more. And we're going to put more in. And then when it runs up again, we're going to make a bunch more than we initially would have if it would just keep running up and never dip. So this is good. Look at it as a good thing. It's not a bad thing that Bitcoin is down. This is a nice reset that the market needed. So let's take advantage of it. All right. Well, that was a lot. What was this? A 15-minute update. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'm gonna keep making them as long as you keep watching them. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next one. Peace.